Let your soul feel
Okay.
right. Walk in the light.
And do it bigger than anybody who ever did it. Make sure they hear it, kill it. Percentage of difference gotta be on a million. Live and learn on a mission for dope engines. Money transitions, transactions happen with signatures. Figured you hate on me now with these bars. I'm flooding your transmission. Coming in with the cars and lines you can't pick it. Aborting all of your whack shit. Fact is, we the illest. Action in the midst of pause drama. You kidding? The falls longer for dum dums. I'm Jimmy Neutron and you Carl, partner. Better metaphor? I'm a volcano when you just ice water. A icon whom when the mic's on is a flying saucer. Taking this beat in any direction. Using inflection, that's an accent. But this ain't no English lesson. This a way to beat depression. Get Corvettes with sunroofs. 2013's the preference. 92's the essence. Gifted with my presence. Hold up.
Let your soul feel right. Let your soul feel right. Let your soul feel right. Walk in the light.
So try and tell me I don't rip. Already knocked it out. The first minute, first round. Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston, but the beat still bangs. I'm just too different, too ill to spread the sickness. To fill the seats of the arenas, giving y'all the finger, screaming, buck them other niggas. From a place of leaders, creatures featured with a preacher's way of speaking. That's my granddad, I'm just a bloodline deacon. Your mind is what I'm reaching, killing tasteless rappers. I've been doing this for 52 seasons, that's 4 every year. And for every pair who hating, won't see them from the lair or from the pair. So in the end, my nigga, we won't really care. And just had to make it clear to make sure you get it right, because in time I'm gonna shine, taking yours like it's mine. The first time and every time, growth into the rhyme. Hope this is my time, holla, grind until they take me out. Rest in peace to Dollar, hold up.
Let your soul feel right. Let your soul feel right. Let your soul feel right.
Look, it's the too clever, who better to get new cheddar? Ain't needed too many friends cause I always knew better. Not for donation but I got verses for whomever. The right price get your life right and I'm too clever. Your style faded like night lights and I'm new sweater. Bill Cosby, swear they be hating on me. Mad because my style is so graceful and I'm sorry boo, he charmed me. The demeanor and the flow is so alarming. Seeing through your facades, I go walnuts and pecans. I'm the type they text about, you're the type they don't recall. Rapping like a Don, pockets on puffy combs, but still puff past the only rules that I condone. I got street knowledge, but I went to school with some white folks. I'm spitting books and theater plays, so you not even a side note. 1 out of 20 bars, you saying something you might know. I got my own shine, tell them niggas bring the lights low.
Let your soul feel right.
Bitch.
Let your soul feel right. 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 Wake up, walk in the light. Won't you wake up, walk in the light. Won't you wake up, walk in the light. Won't you wake up, walk in the light.
Welcome back to the JayBo Show. I'm your host, JayBo. You can find me on Twitter at Beale Street Blue. That's at BEALEST Blue on Twitter. You can also find me on Instagram at the JayBo Show. A very special thank you is due to Sierra Gladney and to Annette Gladney for usage of equipment needed for the production of this episode of the JayBo Show. This episode of the JayBo Show has an introduction from Shaquan Bivens called Walk in the Light. You can find Walk in the Light by Shaquan Bivens on Shaquan's SoundCloud page, Shaquan28th at SoundCloud.com. That's SHAQUAN 28TH at SoundCloud. This episode of the JayBo Show is dedicated to professional basketball player Anthony Mason. Mason died on February 28, 2015, after being hospitalized with congestive heart failure. Mason, known for words and designs styled into his hair, was selected from Tennessee State University in the third round of the 1988 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. In Mason's career, which spanned from 1989 through 2003, he averaged 10.9 points and 8.3 rebounds per game. Mason played with my favorite team, the New York Knicks, from 1991 through 1996, and played in the 1994 NBA Finals with the Knicks. During the 1995-96 season, Mason became a starter and set the Knicks record for minutes played in the season with 3,457. Hip-hop group The Beastie Boys mentioned Mason in their 1994 song, B-Boys Making with the Freak Freak. He was also in the group's Root Down video. Mason won the NBA Six-Man Award in 1995 and was elected to participate in the NBA All-Star Game in 2001. Mason made the NBA All-Defensive Team in 1997. Anthony Mason's contribution to basketball and his influence on urban culture are very much appreciated, and he will be missed. And last, but most definitely not least, my guest on this episode of the JayBo Show is the maddest man in Memphis with a camera at night, the highly talented and highly dangerous Mr. Savage Artist. Savage, thanks for being a guest on my show, man. Appreciate it, brother. All right. Savage means, the word savage means that you're fierce. It means you're violent,
yes,
uncontrolled. So why the name Savage Artist?
Man, it all started growing up, basically. There were, every kid had their bad days and did their bad stuff. Well, I was just one of those kids who did it like 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, everybody around was like, man, he's a little savage. This guy's savage, man. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I was like, you know what? Everybody calls me savage. I might as well just adopt that name and accept it, because it used to make me angry. Because, I knew the definition. And then when I came to terms to it and actually researched the definition, it's very, very accurate on how I used to be and how I attack things now as far as like goals and whatnot.
Okay. Now, I noticed in your profile picture on Instagram, you wear the Guy Fawkes mask. Guy Fawkes was a soldier who attempted to assassinate the King of Britain in the 1600s.
Yes.
So why wear a Guy Fawkes mask?
Well, it's basically, they want to say anarchy, but it was for more than just assassinating. They were oppressed people, and he took it upon himself to try and make a change. Which could have, failed, of course, but it's also associated with Anonymous. And as far as their political views go in some aspects of, broad problems, I can agree with it. They go on oppression with Palestine, have been keeping up with like Ferguson and, police brutality. And I think it really needs to be shown. So I'm going to represent, if I can, the same views as well, subliminally, or, something like that. Just get a message out. Let them know that we're on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So is that attitude, would you say that attitude is reflected in the way you shoot your pictures?
Yes, definitely. I'm very political. So whenever I shoot some photos that could be wrong, I choose to put that mask on to like, hey, I'm a rebel. It's in my blood. I've been a rebel my whole life. My mom tells me like, yo, it's bad. It's bad, but you are your father's son, And yeah, man, it has influence, a lot of influence on even the way I edit my photos. Sometimes it may seem a little dark, and that's what I go for as far as the feeling that I was getting at that moment.
Okay.
And just my creativity in general.
Okay, cool. You're a graphic artist.
Yes.
What is graphic art?
Graphic arts is an art of the new medium, is basically what it is. Long story short, being a graphic artist, you can do anything from design a billboard, create a website, direct a film, edit photos, photography, anything that is digital that you can be creative with. Now, there's some things like, say, Microsoft Word. I could type a paper, whatever. Then you flip over to, say, Adobe products like Photoshop, and you can create anything if you do it the correct way, and it'll look so natural that a lot of people don't believe that it's real or something along those lines,
Right.
So It's just my new way of creativity. I've been an artist my whole life, so this is my new thing that I'm adventuring into, basically.
Okay. So, how did you learn how to do graphic art in particular? Do you go to school for it?
Yeah, I'm in school for it right now.
Okay.
Before that, I had the bootleg, Pirate Bay versions of Photoshop.
Okay.
And I could do what I do now, but it wouldn't look natural. Like, say you scroll through Facebook and all these memes, they're funny, and you can tell it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they're not really going for that. They just know how to cut something and paste it. So whenever I went to school, I got, taught by the teachers how to do the detail, how to feather, how to blend and all those great things. And that's really sparked it, because I wasn't into Photoshop like that until I realized that I could actually make it look real. Mm-hmm. An influence was Eric Johansson, EARIK. He does surrealism. He takes every photo and he creates just something so surreal but so natural. It's just mind-bending.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So Eric Johansson is a famous graphic artist?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
ERIK JOHANSSON.
Okay.
If you Google his picture, it'll show up. You've seen memes with his photos, but he doesn't get the recognition for it. So
okay, all right, cool. Now on your Instagram page, you say that you're quote unquote stuck in Memphis.
yes,
Do you really feel like you're stuck in Memphis?
yes, intentionally and unintentionally.
All right, explain that.
I'm at the point in my career right now where I'm trying to, get out and expand and get everything known. But then again, my living situations doesn't agree with that. So I'm somewhat stuck in Memphis, but at the same time, I'm not in a rush to leave because I'm trying to build a base, of something where I can always come back to.
Okay.
I had a lot of friends here. Everybody moved, I had I got a second family here. No family here right now.
Okay.
And that's another hard thing. I'm always trying to get out, go see family and whatnot. And shoot, man, I'm just trying to go and expand. I'm always going to come back to Memphis. You can never stay away from Memphis. I've moved away twice, came back twice. So.
Right. I always tell people, if you come to Memphis to visit or you live here for any period of time, like Memphis does something to you, for better or for worse.
Yeah,
it
definitely
changes something in you.
Hopefully, for the better.
Right. It gets in your blood. But do you like Memphis?
Oh yeah, man, I love it. This is where I grew up. So of course I love it, man. There's places and there's still things that I've never seen here. I mean, I was born here. I moved here when I was about 8 years old. Left at about 16, came back at 18. So those are all very important periods of time in my life. So the influence, I can't deny it. It's like a bad parent or a bad uncle. It's like you love them, man, because they made you who you are.
Exactly.
So you don't like it, but you love it.
So where do you want to go when you leave Memphis?
I'm still deciding. Actually, that's the reason why I haven't left Memphis. Another reason, I've been looking at California. I got family in Oakland.
Okay.
They're doing pretty good as far as artistically. One cousin, he does exhibitions. The other one, he was a teacher, and he just stopped that to try and do graphic design. So I can help him out. North Carolina, I got a mom there. My stepdad's up there. They're always welcoming. I just need to get used to everything around there. Oklahoma, St. Louis, Florida, Alabama. I have family everywhere. So the options are just, I don't know if I want country or city. That's where I'm split.
Cool. You also said that your photography is taken from an insomniac's perspective. Insomniacs can't sleep on a regular basis.
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
I average about 4 hours a night.
Why only 4 hours a night?
I don't know, man. Just my brain just
it's always
gets
moving.
it going, man.
It's always thinking about something.
Yeah, it's a hard thing. They tried to say I had ADHD or whatever, but my mom was old fashioned. It's like, no, he needs an ass whooping. So
when you were a kid, they tried to put that on me.
Yeah, so instead of getting medicine or whatever, I figured out other ways to do things, and that would be visually, mentally. Say I take a photo, I'm going to break it down to every aspect. Or if I build something in Photoshop, I'm going to try and create all of that and build it all in my head and then put it on paper. And then that's whenever the OCD kicks in. And I'll be halfway into that, and I see something that catches my eye or something, one of my old pictures, and I'm like, damn, I can edit that better. I'm going to have to go back to that. get lost in the music and your creativity, man, and you can't sleep. Shoot, I'm gonna sleep about 5:30 tonight. Today I woke up at like 10:30. You know, just woke up, started editing, thinking about what I'm gonna do next.
Move.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. You're an administrator for the Instagram page named "quote unquote" We Own the Night
Yes.
_TN.
Yes.
What's We Own the Night TN?
Well, I've always been big into night photography. That was when I got my camera. That was what I was trying to do. So I use hashtags, you know, to connect with other people. You know, share ideas, get, you know, types of styles that you can try and work on. And I ran across We Own the Night Instagram. It's We Own the Night _IG. And you know, I got a couple features there, and then I started following the creator, which is Arizona Dream, and he followed me back, and you know, constant feedback, like, man, I love your work, you know, this is dope, whatever. So I'm thinking, like, man, I got to create something for Tennessee or Memphis in general, and there's not a lot of recognition. We have good photographers, I've seen them all the time, but you have Choose 901, just like, they don't really do the photography. It's more like social work. You have Instagram Tennessee, which they'll feature anybody, so you don't have anybody who features just photographers. So I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna shoot this idea to Arizona Dream. It's Jason Blau. He's a great guy. And I said, hey, I want to create a We Own the Night. You know, I need it. We have lots of night photographers out here, and some are new and they're going ham, and then some are veterans and they're, you know, killing it. And I need output. He was like, all right, man, that's cool. Look, you create the page, I'll back it up. You know, we'll get the verbiage up and everything, and we'll go. So I had a little busy streak for about 4 or 5 weeks, you know, just working and school and whatnot, getting things done. And finally I was like, look, I'm going to make it, whatever. Created it. He sent me a little bit of verbiage. I tweaked it, you know, and we jumped off from there, man, featuring people from Chattanooga, Knoxville, Smoky Mountains, Memphis, you know, Nashville, too. They're going ham also right now.
What city is your favorite?
In Tennessee?
Yeah, has the best artists. Are you partial to Memphis?
Look, Nashville has a lot of good photographers, but
Okay.
they're not great. I mean, they're great, but, you know, they don't have that style that I connect with. So, I mean, you have Tokyo Rose and Chris Barwick, and they're all good people. I think Chris is in Memphis. And, you know, they're great, but Memphis has those people. You got Daryl, Filtered Focus, Johnny Mint, you know, Be Holy. They're all killing it as far as night photography goes. And that's what I'm more attracted to. I've been trying to get out there and let people know out on the east side, like, hey, we need you. We need you, man. It's Tennessee. I don't want to have to change it to We Own the Night Memphis, but you know, if I need to, if they're putting it down, then it's forced. I'm trying to host a global Insta meet. And Johnny Mint, he's my mod. That he's crazy.
And what's an Insta meet?
Well, it's basically a day where everybody meets up in their certain city, and they just go on a photo walk. You know, everybody shares ideas. We had an Insta meet about a week and a half ago, and it was great, man. About 25, 30 photographers showed up.
Here in Memphis?
Oh yeah. Insta Meet Memphis. They just created theirs from that meet. And then you have these things called global meets, which is everybody in the world comes together on one day. All the photographers meet up in one spot, and you just go ham taking photos, great ideas. Some people bring smoke grenades, you know, some people bring the steel wool, and you just create madness, man. Like, it's amazing. And then once it's shared, you hashtag Global Insta Meet, and then you connect with anybody. Therefore, hey, I'm going to San Diego. I'm going to hit this guy up, and then I'm going to see what, you know, he's talking about and see if he can show me around. Boom, you have connections everywhere.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Oh, yeah. Great way to network.
What kind of camera do you use?
Right now, I'm currently using a Canon T3i. It's the old rusty trusty. It was good when I got it. Don't get me wrong, 18 megapixels. You know, it has 1080p video. I don't really use video as much as I used to. But it gets me where I need to go, man. It's not even full frame, but I can make it twerk though. I'm using a Rokinon lens. That's my go-to lens. It's a 14mm wide angle. Magic. Honestly, I would be where I'm at without that lens, and if I still had that camera. I'm currently working on a new one though. It's going out. It's it's getting bad.
So your equipment, the type of equipment that a photographer uses in his or her production is very important.
Yes, it is very important.
It's important to the quality of the picture, right?
Exactly. I see people on Instagram all the time. They're shooting with a $3,000 Canon 5D Mark III, and they don't have the creativity, man. So they're just creating cliche shots.
So it works hand in hand.
Exactly.
You have to have the equipment, the quality of equipment, and you have to have the skill and the talent together.
Yeah, if you have stupid creativity, man, you could be out there with an iPhone and be killing the game.
I know people who shot movies and music videos with iPhones,
yeah.
but not anybody can do that. You have to have a vision to some extent to get out there with an iPhone. Yeah, you have to know what you're looking for.
Exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to test those theories. I'd rather have a good quality camera, but as far as the creativity, that falls in part with the Insomniac, man. I'd be in there trying to OCD on it, man. Just like, come out of your room.
Well, that's how you get. I notice like you have a lot of detail in your pictures, and the buildings and the stars and the clouds.
Yeah.
So do you get that detail out of the pictures? It's a combination of your work, right? Of the skill and the talent and the equipment and the OCD.
Exactly.
It's all that coming together.
Sometimes you can't grasp exactly what you're seeing in one original snap.
Right.
So you tweak it just a tad bit. You know, you send it into Lightroom. It's like, hey, I'm gonna up the contrast. You know, I'm gonna saturate it just a little bit, and then boom, you got what you wanted. Some things go into more depth and are a little bit more difficult as far as the camera I use and say shooting Milky Way photos. That takes a little bit more, you know, tweaking, but it can go. There's probably 10, 15 different ways that you can do to make it look amazing. And then there's sometimes I'll post it, be like, dang, I just edited this last night for a second time, and it looks even better. So it's ongoing work. I can use one photo and repost it 12 times, and it's going to look different. And you know,
every single time.
Exactly.
You take a lot of pictures from rooftops of tall buildings.
Yes.
Do you get permission to go to those rooftops?
I mean, they didn't say no.
Who didn't say no?
People in charge didn't say we couldn't go on the rooftops. You know, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I like hitting rooftops. I'll tell you who's killing the rooftop game right now.
Oh,
Johnny Man.
Who was that?
His Instagram name is JOHNNY MEANT. This guy, he's pioneer right now as far as the rooftop goes. I jump on rooftops. I don't mind. You know, I'll chase him and whatever. But this guy, he's going above and beyond.
Where is he?
He's in Memphis right now, but he travels, man. He goes to Miami, hits rooftops. He goes to Chicago, New York, New Orleans, everywhere. Anywhere there's a tall building, he's gonna get on top of it and walk it, which is basically you catch the ledge and put your little GoPro up, man, and just walk the ledge, dude. Just hit the whole building. Are
you harnessed, or do you have somebody to spot you?
No. I'd rather not anybody be around. I'd rather nobody be around.
Why? Does it make you nervous?
Yeah, I got trust issues. But
you have OCD and trust issues.
Yeah, man. But he'll get into it. Like we were on the rooftop and Green Jeans was like, man, look, I'm gonna go sit on the edge. So he's sitting on the edge, and Johnny was like, all right, man, look, I'm gonna stand over you, and then I'm gonna snap a picture. And it was literally, you have about a foot clearance. His legs is hanging off, and Johnny's standing over him with the GoPro
on the ledge of a skyscraper,
26 stories up.
Are you scared when you do that?
I used to be. I used to be terribly afraid of heights, and then one day I got a tad tipsy, and I hit a rooftop, and a homie of mine, B Holy, we were hitting it's actually a parking garage. It's about 11 stories up, and there's a huge ledge, and he's like, hey man, sit on top of it, or sit on the ledge, and I'm like, huh? No, what? He's like, I'm gonna get a good photo, and then it was pretty much make or break there. I guess you can blame it on the alcohol. I was just like, you know what, whatever, I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I fall, I'm gonna die, but hey, I'm just gonna go head first. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this as painless as possible.
So you say you got tipsy the first time or the first couple times you got up there?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you guys, if drugs or alcohol was involved.
Man, no drugs or alcohol.
Getting up there.
Nah.
You never got high before you got up there?
Man, look, it's medication. You feel me? So it's not like I'm stoned as shit doing something. Because honestly, if I get high, I'm more paranoid and more anxiety. So
Right.
it probably wouldn't help. But that's like all the time. So I'm just like, it's normal. Second reality. You know what I'm saying? Now, the alcohol, I believe that might have been an accident that time. We went to go shoot some photos for a magazine. Well, he was shooting some photos for a magazine. And we stopped at Main Street. We're like, hey, I'm going to charge my battery. I'm going to get a couple beers. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, hey, let's hit the city and, you know, see what we can find. And eventually we get to the rooftop. And then it was just like, hey, I just so happened to be. I still probably would have stood on the ledge, but I wouldn't have been so nonchalant about it. Like, sober me, I'd have been like, okay, let's be safe about this. You know, a little tipsy me, just like, all right, look, I got this. Hold on. That's cool. My hand is hanging on. I'm not weak. You know what I'm saying? I'm skinny, but that's pure upper body. So if I fall, I can at least hang on and have this strong mofo pull me up. Because, you know, he does like, he used to do like cheerleading or whatever, picking females up.
Oh, yeah.
So anybody can hold themselves up if you mess up. You just have to know how to mess up the right way.
Wow. All right, so you use song lyrics, I noticed, as captions on some of the pictures you take on Instagram. Why song lyrics?
It's either when I'm editing, it's the song I'm listening to,
okay,
and I'm feeling it, man. I'm just in my zone, and I'm like, okay, and I'm clicking through my photos. Say I'll have a layout of about 200, 300 photos, and if this song makes me feel a certain type of way, I can automatically think of the association of where I was thinking of the same lyrics in a photo. So if basically me snapping that photo and the lyrics there is the song that was going through my head or that I had just heard that gave me a feeling that made me want to take the picture. And then, of course, you listen to it again whenever you're editing it, and, man, you create some magic. Influence, man. The creativity it's contagious through all mediums of any type of art.
They're interconnected.
Music, man, all those. On a higher conscious level, it's like vibrations are connected as far as creativity. So, you know, you can listen to some music, you can watch a movie, and it'll give you so much, you know, so much things to think about, and you just got to chase after it, man, and connect with it. If you get a feeling, man, from somebody else's creativity, that's an influence, and that's them living on, and in my words, subliminally getting famous, basically. So you're like, you know, you just get everybody out there, it's interconnecting on a higher level.
I noticed some lyrics I recognize some lyrics from some hip hop songs on some of the captions, on some of the pictures. Is there a connection between the energy in hip hop music and the energy in night photography?
Yes.
What's the connection?
Man, the connection is just like the struggle. Basically, I'm struggling to try and make it. I'm struggling to do my thing, and they're talking about the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And you connect. It's just like I've always been on hip hop. I listen to anything from like David Bowie to like
I saw the David Bowie caption too. Was it
Space Oddity?
Yeah, Space Oddity.
Yeah. As far as like the hip hop goes, man, that's all I've been doing. Like I've captioned some Eminem songs, and that at that moment I was probably feeling a little bit dark or whatever, you know, in my feelings maybe. And then you got like, I like to quote J. Cole and Kendrick a lot, because these guys are out here that's rap right there. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to wean myself off all that, you know, cliche stuff, you know, watch me whip. You know, that shit. Oh, man, I want to hear these folks talk about some real creativity. I want to hear a good beat. Don't get me wrong. Those people have good beats. If they're just instrumentals, I bump shit out of it. Yeah. But I want to hear the creativity, man. I want to hear this artist put his, you know, everything and all his creativity into it so I can feed off of it, you know, and also enjoy it at the same time. Man, Forest Hills Drive. Shit. Killed it. I still. That's J. Cole's album.
J. Cole, Forest Hills Drive.
Man, I listened to that thing from beginning to end. Every song is amazing. And then, of course, Kendrick, man, he's been killing it. That All Right, you know, that I Love Myself. His video is killing, man. It's like I watch it and I'm like, damn, I know exactly how you feel, right? But so I'm just gonna put how I feel, influenced by you, onto this artwork while I work it out, or while I take these photos, you know. Influence, man. There can be good and there can be bad. I'll still bump Gucci Mane though.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'll edit a couple photos. It's all about how you feel and who you connect with in that feeling.
What do you think about Kendrick's last album, that To Pimp a Butterfly?
To Pimp a Butterfly was very soulful, man. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. That'd be like my morning time wake and bake music. You know, get me feeling good about myself and what I've been through and all the struggles that I'm still facing. And let's go knock them out, man. Let's pimp this butterfly. That butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying? It's all subliminal. If you can catch it on that higher level, man, like just overall opening up your mind to just like the whole perspective, then you can connect. And it's, man, you listen to that shit, you just, let me attack my day, bro. It's like a mix between like Malcolm X, a little bit of Huey Newton, but then it still has some peace in there too. So it's like, let's do it.
Yeah, you got some Malcolm X and some Huey Newton, but you got Martin Luther King in there too.
Yeah, buddy. You gotta equal it out, man. Cool.
Now, you take pictures of sunrises and sunsets.
Yes.
Which do you like better?
I'm starting to like sunrises a whole lot better, man. They're much more colorful, much more softer. But I can't always get to the sunrise. If I wake up for the sunrise, then I got to be at work. I'm working off like 3 hours of sleep. But if I have a day off, I can stay up till the sunrise and just take photos. But there's an issue because 7 o'clock comes around and you want to go home and you're like, I should be asleep.
Right.
But I'm at these photos because I'm feeling it. Man. I'm feeling it. It's, sun shining.
Right.
My window's open. Damn it. I got to stay up. But it was funny. Last week, I went to work and I put on the wrong shoes and I was like, oh, the boss man was like, general manager might be in here, man. I'm gonna need you to go back and get your shoes. I was like, are you serious? He goes, yeah, man. And we might have eco shirt or whatever. I'm like, damn. All right, well, look. I would be mad, but I clocked in like 2 seconds ago. I don't think you saw me clock in. I'm gonna take my time, man. I went home, listen, medicated just a little bit, started driving back, and I seen the sunset, and I was like, oh shit, okay, well, I'm gonna pull over, man. He can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I'm taking my time.
Right.
And that's where you can get in trouble a little bit as far as sunrises and sunset goes, because there's been times where I'm like, hey, I'm about to take a lunch. This sunset's too raw. And I'm out there for like 45 minutes. Yeah. And they're like, where the fuck are you at? It's like,
you're in the zone.
Yeah, man, I'm in my zone. Y'all have to chill out. I don't care. I'll quit. Whatever. A job is a job. A career is a career, man. You can't miss those moments.
I got you, man. Now, on your Instagram as well, I saw a picture that you took from New York City.
Yeah.
I've never been to New York City, man. That's like one of the main places I want to go to before I die. What did you think about New York?
New York City is amazing for 4 days. And then you get tired of the people. It's just so many freaking people. I love it, though. I wish I had my camera back then because all the places where I was at would have been perfect, man. Like, last time I went to New York City, it was 2 times ago I went to New York City. We went to a rooftop party on Broadway. And it was a hotel. It was like 60-something stories up. And we hit the top. And it was, we're kicking it and we're drinking and stuff. I'm like, damn, this is a beautiful view. This is like Broadway, and then you have Times Square like 2 blocks over. So you can see everything. And if I had my camera, I would have been like, shit.
You didn't have a camera?
No, man, I didn't have. I got this camera about 2 years ago, and then I was just borrowing cameras and taking iPhone photos and editing iPhone photos. I still had the software, but I didn't have the high quality camera. But it's crazy, man. It's fun. People will run into you while you're walking, and it's like they don't acknowledge that you're a human being. So you being from the South, it's gonna piss you off. Oh,
exactly.
Man, it's gonna piss you off. Somebody bumps into you, you're like, excuse me, and they just keep walking. Don't even look back. 4 days later, you're like, hey, I'm finna just like elbow this guy because I know he's gonna run into me. But the trick is walk on your toes.
Walk on your toes.
If you walk on your toes, like you're liable to fall and like ball out at any moment. People are gonna move out the way. I figured that out one day. I was pissed off and I was like, look, I'm just gonna walk angry as shit on my toes, bowed up, and people walk around you, man. It's cool. It's all good.
You figured it out, huh?
Yeah, alcohol's too expensive up there. Cigarette prices too expensive. I quit smoking whenever I was up there temporarily. Yeah, they said $13.50 for a pack of cigarettes. I said nope.
$13.50 for a pack of cigarettes.
I said nope.
They have flakes of gold in them.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like I'm cold turkey. Thank you for making me quit smoking cigarettes. I don't want another one ever again. 1350, no. Shoot, forget that. It's fun though. There's so much stuff to do in New York City, and it's a big playground. Yeah. Every time I went out there, just kicking it, man. Walk around New York City or Times Square. I mean, they'll get on to you. I buy a tall boy and put it in a paper bag. That's what people do, around here in the South. And walking around, and people are like, man, you might get in trouble. I'm like, bro, I'm a tourist. As soon as I open my mouth, they're gonna know I'm not from here. Right. That's how it is. Everybody's like, oh, you're from the South, huh? Yeah, I am. Thank you. It's cool. It's fun though.
That's cool, man. I can't wait to go.
Yo,
I cannot wait to go.
So much fun. You're gonna check out Brooklyn. Brooklyn is fun. Harlem, definitely. Man, Chinatown is my favorite spot.
Really?
It's popping. And then you got the financial district, which is, the World Trade Center and all that. That's the most beautiful. But also, don't be afraid to go to New Jersey, man. You go through the tunnel, and you get to this place called Hoboken. And it's basically a tall, it's like, think of Beale Street Landing, just more houses. And you can see the whole landscape, everything from the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge. You can see the Long Island Bridge. It's crazy, man. Beautiful.
Sounds beautiful, man.
Yeah, it does. So beautiful. If you like architecture, man, that's the place to go.
Wow. Okay. All right, Josh. Now we're gonna get to the fun part of the interview. We're gonna play a couple games.
All right, let's do it.
All right. If you're just tuning in to the JayBo Show, my guest on today's episode is Mr. Savage Artist, and we're gonna play a couple games real quick. The first game we're gonna play is called "To Get to Know You Better."
All right.
You ready?
All right.
I noticed on Instagram you wear the Nike Air Jordan Fusion 5s.
Yeah, but
those the ones?
Those are the rusty dusties.
I thought I had the right one. Right. And I noticed today you have on a pair of Jordans too. Today.
Yeah, man. I don't even really know what kind these are, but they're the Airs.
They're nice though.
Yeah, they're like, man, I appreciate it.
What's your favorite pair of Air Jordans?
The ones that I got, the rusty dusties, man. Those have held me over. Like I used to be into the shoe game real tough, and then I just got older and my money started going other places. I'm like, you know what? I like J's. I'll buy a pair of J's. I don't even have to care. As long as they're a certain color that I'm looking for whenever I go into the store, I'll buy them. And those bad boys have lasted me forever. I'm going like 3.5 years strong.
Yeah, you broke them in. Huh?
Man, I broke them in good. They're perfect. They're perfect, man. I run through the woods with them things. I done hopped fences and got chased by dogs. Yeah. Hit rooftops. You know what I'm saying? I've done everything. Those went to New York with me too, man.
For real?
Oh yeah.
But those shoes could talk, huh?
Man, no, they're still holding up. That's another reason why I like J's, man, because they're holding up strong. They're ugly and they're dirty as shit, but they're holding up.
David Bowie or George Clinton?
Man, David Bowie.
David Bowie over George Clinton?
Man, I'm in love with that song Space Oddity, man. I mean, all this other stuff is great, but that's been my song that I've been on repeat lately. Ground Control. This is major time. Yo.
If you were told that you only had 1 hour left to live, what would be the first 3 things that you would do?
I am getting laid first. I do it. First things first.
All right.
Call the fam. Tell them. And if I can't get to do what I want to do wherever I'm trying to go, I'm just going to sit back, spark up a J, man, see if I can get high in heaven. Shit.
How do you relax? You say you have the OCD thing going on, the insomnia thing going on. So when you're just chilling, when you're not working on pictures, when you're not at your job, what are you doing when you're just relaxing?
Meditating. Basically, I'll go out. Just give me some good scenery, man. I'll just sit down and think. Just let me think about life or whatever. I can't think too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to think until I'm like, all right, time to get up and do something. But that's me relaxing really is just editing photos. Let me just cut some music on, sit in my room, cut some music on, let me get like a beer, and let me just vibe and just edit my music. And that's me being relaxed. Still using creativity. Are you spiritual or religious? I am a Christian. Okay. I do also believe in evolution, though. You know what I'm saying? I like to. I'm conscious, and I'm also spiritual. I guess I don't know what the philosophers say. I talk to God all the time, man. Jesus is my savior, and at the same time, I'm like, there's evolution, and there's some things that are different. I follow the New Testament. Let's just put it that way. I use that as guidance as to what could be going on or prophecies that could be happening.
Okay, cool. What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Probably at a party. If not, chasing rooftops. I'm trying to.
What are you gonna dress up as?
Man, I don't really dress up that much, so I'm pretty much gonna buy a top hat and rock the guy fuck, man.
Okay.
Let's call it a day.
Cool.
I mean, I would do all that, but I'm trying to save money, and I'd rather be more creative. Like last year, I was a ninja. It was a great thing. I found a bamboo tree, cut it. It's like a big beat stick, and then I just tie my shirt, the crazy way.
Yeah.
And boom, I'm a ninja, bro. We're all black. I wear all black all the time.
There you go. All right, now we're gonna play another game called Fill in the Blank.
All right.
I'll give you a statement. I'm gonna leave a blank, and you just fill it in with the first thing that comes to mind. All right. Here we go. I was blank in high school.
Hi.
The last thing I cooked was
Leftover Waffle House.
you can't cook leftover food.
Man, you throw some in the oven. You microwave, put some cheese and some seasoning on it, stir it up. It's cooking.
Okay, you did something too.
Yeah, man, I do a little bit of it.
Death is
one step away in any aspect.
money is.
The root of all evil.
Really, you really believe that?
The love of money is the root of all evil. I've seen a lot of things. And I've seen a lot of people get hurt. And it could be 20 minutes after, oh, I love money. I'm in love with it. I was at a trap house one time. And, I was in Alabama. Let's just put it that way. I'm in the trap. She's like, I'm in love with money. I love it. That's back when I was like 17. I walk out, and 2 hours later, somebody kicked the door and shot her boyfriend in the chest.
You think like
over the money?
Over the money.
Over the money.
Right after she said it.
Probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes after.
Really?
You get a phone call. Hey, somebody just kicked the door in, and they shot so and so. So I haven't heard from him in a while. He survived. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But, they didn't change their ways. I gotta move up from when I used to be down in the gutters and shit. I gotta move up from that.
Wow. My name is Savage Artist, and I'm a
insomnia addict.
All right. Anything else you want to say? Any comment suggestions you want to make?
Yeah, man. Go follow We On The Night _TN. Show some love. And if you're a photographer, definitely tag it because we would love to see your work and possibly feature you, man. Global Instant Meet coming soon. We're still in the works, so stay tuned to our page to figure out all that good stuff. And I'm out, man.
All right. That's another episode of the JayBo Show in the Raps. We out.
Yeah, buddy.